It's funny how we use some words all the time without a second thought, especially the really simple ones, the ones we just take for granted. But sometimes those super common words are hiding the most fascinating stories. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of those stories, one that's been hiding in plain sight.
All right, to get us started, I've got a little puzzle for you. I'm going to show you a few words from a list, and together, we're going to figure out what makes one of them, well, different from the others. So here they are: sound, south, and soup. At first glance, right, they've got nothing in common. You've got a noise, a direction, and a type of food. So what on earth is the connection here? Why would these three be grouped together? And that's really the big question we're tackling. What is it about the word south that makes it so special? Let's dig in and solve this thing together, piece by piece. Okay, let's dive right in. To really get what makes South so unique, we've got to break it down to its absolute basics. We're going to strip it down to its core meaning. I mean, just look at how incredibly simple this definition is. It doesn't use any fancy language. It gives you a universal physical instruction. Find the setting sun, and boom, south is on your left. That right there is a huge clue. This is designed to be understood by absolutely anyone, anywhere. And it's the same deal when you use it as a preposition. The example, Africa is south of Europe, makes an abstract concept totally concrete with something most people can picture. Again, you see this intense focus on just being crystal clear. That's another major clue for us. You know, one of the best ways to know what something is to know what it isn't. And this shows its core job perfectly. South doesn't just exist on its own. Its whole meaning is tied to its opposite, north. It's part of a fundamental, simple pair that helps us make sense of the world. Now this is where it gets really efficient. Think about it. You can talk about the wind, a whole region, or direction of travel just by tweaking the ending of this one simple word. You don't have to go learn 4 totally different, complicated words. It's just a really elegant, simple system. And here you can really see how south slots into this complete system of essential directions. Up, down, left, right, north, south. These are the absolute building blocks for talking about where we are and where we're going. Okay, so we've established that the word south is all about simplicity, clarity, and just being super useful. Now it's time for the big reveal. Let's see how all these pieces finally click together. And bam, there it is. This is the key to the whole puzzle. The reason South was on that list with sound and soup is because it belongs to a very, very exclusive club, the Basic English 850 list. So it's not just any old word, it's a specially chosen member. 850, that's the magic number. Just think about that for a second. Out of what, over 1 million words in the English language, only 850 made the cut. But what does that actually mean? And here is our answer. Basic English, or B850, is a specially designed, simplified version of English. It was created to be an easy-to-learn tool for international business, for travelers, for scientists, for anyone. And remember those super simple definitions we looked at? Well, that was totally on purpose. They were written using only the other words from this 850-word list.
So what's the big idea here? I mean, why would anyone go to all the trouble of boiling an entire language down to just 850 words? What's the point?
The goal was never to replace the full, rich English language. Not at all. It was about building a bridge. It's a powerful tool designed for one thing: maximum clarity with minimum confusion. In a world where communication is literally everything, having a simple, shared starting point like this can make all the difference.
All right, let's bring this all back to where we started. We've taken apart this one simple word, south. And in the process, we've stumbled onto this huge idea about communication itself. And this, right here, is really the heart of it all. On its own, the word south is just a point on a compass. But as one in the Basic English 850, it becomes a piece of something so much bigger, a toolkit designed to connect people across cultures and languages. It's not just about finding your direction, it's about finding understanding. So I'll just leave you with this thought. We're often taught that using big, complicated words makes us sound smarter, right? But this entire system is built on the exact opposite idea. It suggests that the real power isn't in complexity, but in clarity. So in a world that's just overflowing with words, what could we all achieve if we just tried, sometimes, to choose the simple one?